Hello everyone. Today we have with us Ms. Swathi Sushilan, Senior University Recruiting Program Manager, India and APJ. Welcome ma'am to PSIT
Thank
Kanpur.
you, Komal.
Ma'am, you've interacted with third year students and delivered a leadership talk helping students to prepare for corporate world. So ma'am, first of all I'd like to ask to you that how was your experience in PSIT?
Okay, to be frank, this is my first time visiting the campus, PSIT Kanpur, even though I have connected with the college for the past 1 year. It feels great. I really love the interaction with the students, the energy, it's awesome. There were a lot of questions. I was happy to have that interactive session and I really loved the whole way it worked.
Thank you, ma'am. And one more question that I'd like to ask you: that in this rapid changing technology world, what do you think that what technologies should graduate focus on?
Okay, so for a graduate, what I feel is you need to focus on the technologies, what you're learning in your academics. If your basics is strong, that's it. You just need that entry thing for any organization. And once you have that entry, then it is learning is not going to stop over there. You need to have that continuous learning even in the organization. That is something which I was focusing in my discussion with the students as well. So you have to have that continuous learning and having any additional technologies, like if you are interested to learn about AI or machine learning or Docker, Kubernetes, anything, it's an added advantage for your career. And at some point in time in your role, you will utilize these technologies as well. And that is something which I would say that keep your basics very clear in the college, whatever you're learning, that is what is the stepping point in any organization going to be.
Ma'am, the way you spoke, I just got remembered of Rabindranath Tagore's quote. He says that tirelessly striving stretches his arms. So, and one more thing that I'd like to ask you that how important do you feel is the communication skills a student should focus upon?
Okay, now that's a really important thing. In my discussion today with the students, I made sure that this is something which they have to focus. Every organization will ensure that they equally give importance to communication skills as well, because it's not only like in an interview process you're going to attract someone with your communication. No, it's not that. It's a mode of communication which you're going to use in the organization. So when you start working with people across globe, the only mode of communication is using the common language which everyone knows, and that's when English makes a big difference over there. So even in people who are working from APJ locations or EMEA locations or US locations, there are people who talks good English, but then it is okay if you feel that you are not so great in having that communication skills. Try working hard on that. One day you will improve for sure. You see us talking, you see people talking out, have some Toastmasters club, join all those things which will help you boost your communication skills, and that is where you can improve on that area. It's like everyone knows that all students are not coming in from a metro background, right? Everyone have their own background of how they came into the college, what is that they had when they were studying in the schools wherever they did it, whether it is regional or whether it is in metro cities. It's all different, but once you know that what is the organization looking for, communication plays an important role. So you need to play hard to get into that particular step, and that is one of the success points in your interview process going to be like.
And ma'am, how important do you feel is maintaining those steady percentages and taking care of those backlogs? So how far important do you consider these things?
See, that's a very important thing, because when you join an organization, it's good to have your academics cleared and maintain that academic track record throughout. That is going to help you in getting the first level of entry into the organization, because every organizations will come up with an eligibility criteria, and it's not something which is bad that if you have a backlog you're not going to perform well or anything. It's maybe based on the situations people would have had ended up in that situation. But for me, it is like how we are overcoming that, how we are going to clear it, and how we are going to come into the final entry level. That is where I'm seeing that hard work put in that person. Okay, so it's going to be equally important. Clear all those and maintain your track record throughout your academics so that it's easy for you to get into any organization.
And last but not the least, ma'am, I'd like to ask you that some tips, or you can say to ace the interviews?
Okay, so first thing in an interview process, do not come under any pressure. Okay, if you have any kind of a pressure, it's not going to be something which you will be able to focus in your interview process throughout. Second, have a good research done about the organization, about the role, what you're going to get interviewed for. Have your preparations done strongly for that. Do not do a last minute research because it's not going to help you. You might miss on some of the important things which you learned. So it is going to be difficult in the interview process if you do a last minute preparation. Start your preparations much early. That is going to be really helpful. And as I always mentioned, have your academic subjects strong, because at any entry level positions, all the interviewers will have a similar kind of questions coming in for you, which is based on your academic subjects. So focus on your academic subjects. If you have some additional technology experience, it is definitely an added advantage. And also, finally, in the interview process, in your resume, make sure you put in things whichever you feel you are confident about. Okay, if you have something which you have put in your interview in your resume, and if you feel that you are not very sure about answering those questions, try to make sure that you remove those things so that you are clear what is that you're confident about is what you're going to talk in the interview process. Because interviewers will see your resume and they have this thought process of whatever you have added in your resume is something which you know about it. Okay, so make it very clear how you're going to design your resume. So these are some things which can be a beginning tips for you to come into an interview process.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time and expertise. Would you like to say something to the PSITians?
Okay, so I think thank you so much for these questions. I really loved sharing my views as well. See, it can be different. Every people's views are different, but my personal view was all those what I have shared with you right now. So, all the best, and I really love the interaction with the students as well as with the placement committee. You guys have good placement team, and the college is taking good care of you for your academics as well. Make use of it. Do not take it lethargically. Just make use of the opportunities what you're getting in your college, because only then you will be able to be in a better place tomorrow. And not sure, maybe one day you can come back to your college as an alumni and talking to the new students who are going to join your college. So all the best for that.